Green Lantern Corps number 3, written by Peter J. Tomasi, art by Geraldo Borges. We last left off with Isamat, one of the lanterns, coming back through a portal with all of his limbs missing and being followed by an entire horde of the baddies for this arc. This issue picks up, I guess, pretty much right afterwards. They are fighting like hell. They're just this issue is mostly one big fight scene, but they're fighting like hell. Everyone's pulling out all the big guns. Quite literally, everyone has made gun constructs, and they're all trying to shoot away at everyone who's approaching. Isamat, God bless him, the little lizard man. He has his ring on his tongue and is still going full force. So good on him. But they are completely surrounded, and they're just trying to survive long enough to do something. Guy Gardner calls to Salak at HQ, and he's like, hey, we need as many people as you can because these guys are like seemingly immune to everything we're doing to them. And Salak's like, that's not possible. And he's like, okay, well, we need help anyway. And he cuts out. Salak goes and he calls up all the lanterns who are currently on Oa. He's like, all right, everybody, we're going to Zabas. I'm going to send you guys updates as to what's going on so you can be aware when you get there. It's going to take about 3 hours for you to fly over there. And then a lantern named Lantern Porter, short for teleporter, shows up. And he's like, I can get us there faster. He's like, hey, teleporter lantern, your power set means you can have like 4 or 5 lanterns teleported at a time. There are 30 here. You're going to kill somebody. And Lantern's like, someone's going to die if I don't do this. I have to. It's my calling. And Salak's like, no, just stop with the faith stuff. This is literally a scientific fact that someone will die if you do this. And he's like, all right, here we go, everybody. And he teleports everyone away except for Salak, who's left there. And he's like, God damn it. So everyone's teleported out. We cut back to the planet of Zabas. And they've just built this big shield around them out of constructs, just trying to hold them off. And they're like, all right, they're getting through the shield. Like, this is our last stand. Everyone fight because your lives actually do depend on it. And a couple of the soldiers that they get through, John has been restraining. And they're like, if you keep on splitting your attention between restraining us and killing everyone else, eventually something's going to break. And he's like, all right, well, I'm going to have to probe your mind right now to search for any weaknesses. And he's like, I don't think so. And John asks his ring what's happening. He's like, they're literally just willing themselves to die. Like, they are just like, yeah, I'm just going to suicide right now. And John's like, oh, that's not happening. So he walks over and just knocks the one guy out. And he's like, you can't will yourself to do anything if you're unconscious. The ring starts doing a full body scan. And apparently the species has been recognized, but they have an innate willpower inside themselves that is disproportionately incredibly huge compared to like any other species. I was like, okay, so that's why we can't do anything with our rings, because it's willpower against willpower. So they realize, all right, well, now we know, but we've already lost the battle. And then on cue, the teleporter lantern busts in and the cavalry arrives and basically just lays the smackdown, just enough to give them some breathing room. They separate everyone away, and they're like, all right, everybody, Planet Zabas, you're being evacuated. There's a second wave coming. We do not have a lot of time, so they deal with as much as they can. And Teleporter's Lantern's like, I can get everybody out of here. And John's looking at him, and his eyes are bleeding, and he's like, I don't think you should or can. And he's like, nope, I can do it. I just need to focus. Here comes the second wave, everybody. Get ready to teleport. And as the second wave comes in and is starting to flank them, he teleports everybody away in a massive blast, and they arrive back on Oa. He is dead. Like, he is about to keel over. And Guy looks around and he's like, wait a minute, where's John? Where's like 3 other members of our group that I don't remember the names of? And they didn't make it through. They didn't teleport through. But Guy walks over to the teleporting lantern, and he's just dying on a rock. He's like, did I get everyone back? And Guy's like, yeah, you did great, buddy. Everyone's here. We're throwing a party. Good job. And he's like, okay, I feel like I didn't get everyone back. He's like, nope, you did good. Now you just take a nap now. And he's like, cool. And he dies. Guy takes the one dude they have prisoner, and he's like, get this guy to Salak. We're going to peel his brain back until we see what he had for breakfast 10 years ago. Meanwhile, I'm going back to save John because he's my buddy. And it ends with them showing that John and like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe like 6 other lanterns are still stranded on this planet, surrounded by the baddies, who still don't have a name. I double checked on that; they still don't have a name. This was good. This was a solid. It was just one big fight scene for most of it, but it did, at least in the last like 2 pages, manage to change up the status quo of like how the story's being told. Like, it's a different 6 lanterns stranded on the planet, but it's not our 2 main primary lanterns that we're following. Like, one is now on the rescue team and the other one is now stuck on the planet. So we're going to be getting a dual storyline sort of thing. So it's changing up the status quo. I'm happy with that. So it's not just more fighting. And they do have one of the guys held hostage, so that will, of course, reveal, probably in the next issue, what I'm supposed to call them. Teleporter Lantern, I don't know if he's been an established thing, but he's a thing, all right. So that's a thing. At least he was a thing. I don't know. It really seems like he dies. I'm not sure if he did. But either way, I'm going to give this a 6.5. Art is fine. Writing's fine. I don't really have that much of a problem with anything here. It's just more of the same. So if you liked what was going on before, I'm sure you're going to keep liking it now. So 6.5, Green Lantern, core number 3.